Hello, I wanted to talk you through what intra-abdominal pressure is and why it's so important, because basically this is almost what this whole course is all about. When you do pretty much anything, you create intra-abdominal pressure. So when you breathe, your belly moves out and your pelvic floor moves down, and that creates a level of intra-abdominal pressure. It's really important that you breathe into your rib cage as well as your belly and your pelvic floor, which is why we do all of the release work and so on that's been in the course. However, it's also important to understand intra-abdominal pressure once you start adding things into the equation. So, for example, if you're doing this course because you've had any concerns about your pelvic floor, when you run, you put a lot of intra-abdominal pressure into your pelvic floor, and you need to learn to control it, and you need to have enough strength in your pelvic floor and the surrounding area to withstand that pressure that's created. So in case you don't quite know what intra-abdominal pressure feels like, I just wanted to talk you through it a little bit to give you a better understanding. So good examples of things that cause intra-abdominal pressure and can sometimes cause problems in terms of your pelvic floor is coughing and laughing, sneezing. If you put your hands on your lower abdominals and just do a few little coughs, if you don't have any control of intra-abdominal pressure, I'm going to try and demonstrate it because hopefully mine's okay, you will go when what we want is more like So can you see how when I'm coughing the second time, it's not pushing out in the same way? Intra-abdominal pressure is still created, but it's not like that kind of feeling. So often exercises are demonized within postnatal exercise. So something like a sit-up causes a lot of intra-abdominal pressure. It's not the sit-up that's the problem, it's the fact that people can't control the intra-abdominal pressure that means that sit-ups shouldn't be done. So if you can do a sit-up and control the intra-abdominal pressure, there's no reason not to do sit-ups. However, you know, in the early days especially, but potentially 10 years postnatally, if you haven't done this kind of work, you may find that your belly pushes out. So having felt your belly like that, I now want you to bring your hands behind your head, and I'm going to show you without controlling it. Lift your head off of the floor, and you'll feel that your belly pushes outwards. If you can't control it, that is. So lifting your head up, and you'll feel that your abdominals push out a little bit. And that is intra-abdominal pressure. And what we're doing and trying to teach you in this course is how to control it, so that in the long term you can do something like a sit-up without your belly pushing out. You can go for a run without feeling any sense of issues in your pelvic floor. I hope that will make sense. Please do get in touch if you've got any questions.